It's a clickbait title, but let's go over it. Chinese American candidates in San Francisco outrage at the ballot rule on Chinese names. Yes. A new election rule in San Francisco intended to restrict non-Chinese candidates from using Chinese names on the ballots is causing problems for some Chinese American candidates as well. So it looks like politicians now have to pander to Chinese Americans just for their vote, and they're doing so with Chinese names. What is happening is that some Chinese Americans who were born here who do not have Chinese names or have not used a Chinese name in the last 2 years are being rejected off of ballots. And I understand this because some Chinese families immigrated before in 1965. Some of us before the Chinese Exclusion Act in 1882. You know, when we had to suffer through America's racism and appeal to whiteness just to survive. You know, show that we're Caucasian or Western enough or white enough so that they wouldn't end up in camps or arrested or whatever during like the Red Scare. And I understand the concern because this is cultural appropriation, hypocrisy, and double standards, especially after what Chinese families had to do just to survive. And now these Westerners get to come in and pander to Chinese voters by pretending to be Chinese with these fake Chinese names, also they can get votes. All of a sudden, it's okay to be Chinese as long as it gets you votes. Because yeah, why should this guy get a Chinese name? But then again, just because you have a Chinese name doesn't make you a great candidate like this boba liberal, where she tried to prevent China Mac from speaking at a Can't Burn Us All rally. You know, China Mac, the person who started Can't Burn Us All. So what's the solution? Because you don't want to have non-Chinese candidates with fake Chinese names, but yet American-born Chinese may be at a disadvantage because they may not have a Chinese name because America's racist and they had to appeal to whiteness. And then you also have Chinese candidates that are just absolutely horrible. But when you really think about it, that's only half of the problem because the other part is the voters that are not paying attention to these candidates.